So, dear ones, as we begin, we invite you all to just take a few moments and really just pull your energy and your awareness into this now moment experience. Giving yourselves permission to fully be here now. As you gather together to open up a gateway for a broader consciousness to support you and for new intelligence to enter in to this playful, creative field that is the human experience. Just allow yourselves to take a few moments, focus on your breath, perhaps bringing the attention to the rise and the fall of the chest. Drawing more awareness closer to the heart. Soften that resistance throughout your bodies. Dropping the tension of the egoic life. That tension where your skin meets the world around it. Relaxing any tensing or bracing, and thinking of that skin now being more porous, more allowing. So that what is within the skin and what is beyond the skin can soften into an experience of union. Sometimes when you are experiencing some feelings of lack or limitation or restriction or even considering some of those deeper psychological states of feeling undervalued or worthless. It's really powerful to do this softening exercise. as it allows you to drop that restrictive self-perception of the little me, singular egoic identity, and to melt back into the true nature of who you really are. All consciousness, creator. Infinite creative exploration. And ultimately infinite union with all that is. It's only that restrictive programming in the singular egoic framework that keeps you in that state of forgetfulness. And we understand that you have pressures in your lives. You have storylines that provide these kinds of contexts of what you should be doing, or where you should be, or who you should be with, what you should be achieving or accomplishing, what life should look like. And all these shoulds can add up to leaving you in a state of self-deficit, meaning that these constructs generated by the egoic framework, in the broader scheme of things, of all consciousness, which are only as meaningful as the meaning that you are giving them to you personally and of course collectively. We understand that you are in a relative creative experience, but they begin to leave you feeling not enough, as we said, in a state of self-deficit. And we simply share this from a broader perspective. That everything that leaves you feeling not enough is part of this creative construct that is, as we say, only meaningful via the meanings that you give it. And you spend an awful lot of time hunting in your own minds to find this missing link of how you can get it right, or do it right, or be perfect, or have it all, make it all work. And you're hunting and hunting in that little me mind, looking for the clue, where the biggest clue we can give you is to soften that line of self-definition that includes all of these attachments, associations, meanings. Get yourselves back to the truth. You are forever and always and absolutely part of the infinite all consciousness. So yes, you are the little me that is defining self, but you are everything beyond it as well. And in melting out of that restrictive definition and back into the softening, the union, the remembrance, the flow of being in the oneness of everything. Those meaningless meanings that are meaningful only within the little me construct can begin to soften. And the resistance that they create can drop. And that broader nature of who you really are can move on in and expand your whole notion of self and the reality that you create. And what we'd like you to do right now is we want you to identify some things that have this meaning for you, this meaning that puts you into a state of self-deficit. Perhaps it is, for example, are you comparing yourselves to others in whatever it is, their level of achievement, perfection, of beauty, perhaps it is your relationship with your self-perception of your body, your attributes, where you live, what you're doing. And of course, all of those polarizing perspectives. Are you doing a good job or a bad job? Are you getting it right or wrong? Are you happy with it or unhappy with it? Or it could, of course, also be in relationship to the bigger collective meanings that are imparted upon you. The big organizations that appear in the illusion to govern or marker or manage your experience. The meaning of an unpaid bill, the meaning of being late to work, the meaning of bigger movements in the broader picture, bigger storylines. Meanings are creative constructs that people feed with energy. What will it mean if I do or don't get into this school, or that job, or this neighborhood, or that spiritual state? Meanings, meanings, meanings can be really mean when you turn them upon yourselves. So just allow yourselves to become aware of all of the meanings that put you into this sort of state of self-deficit, meaning you perceive yourself as somehow less than, or powerless, or weak, in the context of this thing or that thing. And growing up, you may have had a lot of meanings that felt significant. So allow yourselves to look into your pasts. And into the pressures of the future. Perhaps where current meanings seem to have very significant negative outcomes. The meaning of having this much savings. For example. Find those meanings that are actually perhaps bringing you fear or shame or anger. And as we ask you to activate this, we are not dismissing that there are potent forces of energy around these meanings. So allow yourselves to really go there. This is the time. Find those meanings that feel like they keep you in a kind of psychological imprisonment. also just come into your heart and ask your heart to show you or to reveal. Show me what are the meanings that are creating the greatest sense of self-restriction. And as these meanings emerge, do not attach onto them. Let this simply all be a process of revelation. You can use the love and acceptance as things emerge, or you can just observe as you're allowing it to activate. As the meanings emerge, invite and give permission for the 1 degree of source energy to dissolve, delete all programs and forms that are generating and creating these meanings. continue to soften the body. Allowing yourselves to dissolve back into that oneness consciousness. That place beyond incarnation. For all these meanings imparted upon you. As you release these old restrictive defining aspects of the 3D egoic mind identity. And allow spaciousness of new consciousness and new intelligence incarnating in, coming in through that porous egoic line, and just allowing that new expanded identity construct to build from the inside out, from a place where you are directly connected to your source. Not taking on the burden of meaning, others have imposed upon you. But allowing yourselves to receive the regenerative frequencies that will actually allow you to become truly the energetic way showers of the new paradigm experience here on Earth. Maybe one of your meanings is that you do not feel yourself quote unquote important enough or big enough or significant enough to play this part in the evolutionary shift. But here you are, dear ones. Receive without resistance. These new identity upgrades. even imagine as if the brain is getting soft. Softening the tension of thought and just relaxing. Allowing these new encodings to assist at reprogramming the neural pathways, bundles, neural nets. Into the surrender of not fully knowing who you are becoming through this release of meaning and through this receivership of your broader potential moving in. Into your hearts again as you allow that heart to be the conductor of this orchestra of change and movement and allowance and releasing and retrieving. Retrieving your power. Retrieving your interconnectivity, retrieving your abundance. retrieving your direct connection to the unconditional love of your Source Creator Soul. Retrieving your well-being, your vitality. All of this in its true nature, not directed by collective programming. Give the heart permission to reveal any meaning that is inhibiting your heart's blueprint unfolding in its most magnificent expression. Give permission and invite, once again, the energy that is 1 degree of source to dissolve and delete all files and programs, generating and creating that inhibitive meaning. and dissolve all timelines, future potentialities, parallel realities, that these restrictive meanings have been partially or fully creating and generating. this energy to the heart to receive those new codes. And to bring forth this expansive new creation through the heart center. Once again, relaxing into the heart, trusting that the heart is taking all of that energy, conducting it, orchestrating it into beautiful new realignments. the earth. And you can even imagine yourselves as if you are inside the earth, being rebirthed with the full support of the earth consciousness. Inviting these new codes of your personal creation to really embed, embody, ground. In order for it to all really to become materially manifest, visceral, experienceable, livable. Not just concepts, not just good feelings, but an actualized reality. Trusting that when you are seated in the heart, you're fully supported by the earth. The physical expansiveness, the earth's infinite resource, mirroring your true nature as all consciousness creator. Very good indeed. We adore you all so very much until we're meeting this way or some other way. We love you very much, and for now we'll say goodbye, dear ones.